Hello, good morning, all of you. Today I am going to discuss our continued part of Emergence of Psychology. In Emergence of Psychology, we have been discussing a number of important landmark, but not in the chronological part, but in the importance of in the context of psychological contribution and those who are contributed a great contribution to the society in the history of development of psychology. So on that, in previous class, we also discussed some of the important contributors. Today also I am going to discuss some of the important landmark and those who contributed. So without them, it is very difficult to study psychology. So one is that in that continued part, the one important person is Jean Piaget. So he talked about children, the cognitive development in children. He used his own children to conduct experiment and also qualitative study about how the children process information processing from external world, and he talked about learning process of the children, and he given 4 stages of development. I'm not going to discuss about that stages right now, like for example sensory motor stage, pre-operational stage, and cognitive concrete operational stage, so etc. There are 4 stages which are very important. He also talked about abstract development and also how adaptation, assimilation, these are the procedure very important. Okay, every child should cross this kind of adaptation and assimilation. These are very important in the learning process. The first important learning process is a sensory motor stage. So he also explained in each and every stage how child process the information, and it is very crucial. According to him, it is very crucial to cross through these stages. Okay, and then come to the B.F. Skinner. You know that everyone who ever study the learning part in the psychology, and this part or the operant conditioning, he talked about reinforcement techniques, which is very important in the context of therapeutic approach. So many operant conditioning principles we apply in reinforcement technique. So basically operant conditioning is talked about different kind of reinforcement technique, and how we can change the human behavior by applying the different kind of reinforcement technique, like ratio related reinforcement, etc. So you can go through that. You will understand the different types of time interval ratio reinforcement, ratio related reinforcement, so etc. are there. And also after classical conditioning, operant conditioning is a very important aspect, not only in the context of therapeutic approach, but in the general psychology. Everyone must know that B.F. Skinner contribution. Even he talked about Skinner box. It's very famous. He conducted in his experiment called Skinner box, is also very important. And another important cognitive psychologist, Broadbent, he was very famous for his study of attention span. So he talked about attention span, which is again is a very important aspect. Without understanding the Broadbent, we can it's very difficult to understand the span of attention. You can types of attention. What is actually in the real sense attention? Like what are the factors, very important deciding factors of the attention. Especially talked about human attention and the span of attention, the capacity of holding some object, like concentration or focused attention, sustained attention, divided attention. So these are the generally we discuss when we are talking about attention part or consciousness topic in cognitive psychology. So we will discuss when we deal with the cognitive psychology, especially consciousness and all that stuff. We will discuss on that things. So you have to know that, and at least you have to aware of that Broadbent work, which is very important. That is called study of attention. So Broadbent is his work is very unique and is also very pioneer in the area of attention. So recent like development like 21st century, like especially for in the area of learning, memory, and judgment. So judgment, Kahneman was the famous Nobel Prize winner. He was the worked on economics, especially behavioral psychology, in like what you can say that consumer psychology, how decision making process influence our purchasing behavior. So what kind of behavior we manifest when we are going to purchase something. So a decision making process, what kind of decision making process, and how the decision making process is very important, especially in the context of purchasing behavior or economical decision making. So because of his work of decision making, he worked on like how the psychology of decision making, in the what factor we will take what decision. So that the contribution of this, he got a Nobel Prize. So he was very obviously was very famous psychologist. And when it come to learning and memory, so as we know that Loftus worked on eyewitness memory, and it was very famous. Like there is a lot of bias of human memory and accuracy. She worked on the accuracy of the eyewitness memory. What are the factors we need to understand before going to take as a evidence in eyewitness memory. She conducted some experiment. I'm not going to tell the details about that, but to understand some memory bias in eyewitness, so you need to understand Loftus. And Miller, of course, Miller is a very famous cognitive psychologist. He talked about very famous 7 plus minus 2, like it is related to our span of attention or working memory. Actually, it's the capacity of holding our numbers. Like for example, in mobile number we have 10 numbers, but we can classify it in chunkings. It is all together about, he worked on chunking, like capacity about when we chunking number according to our own favor. So the capacity of retaining our memory is very bright. So in that way, Miller was worked on learning. He is also talking about our memory also. So both area, he worked on learning and memory both, in the sense 7 plus minus 2 is the one category, like it's related to chunking. So chunking is one way of mnemonics. It's a very important method of remembering the fact. So both are very important in the context of these are all important somewhere around. Most of them are cognitive psychologists. You see that these are Kahneman, Loftus, Broadbent, Skinner also, and Jean Piaget. Somewhere around it's a cognitive psychology, and also few of them are maybe in the context of lifespan or in the context of development, especially for piaget and Skinner are both. They are also cognitive psychologists, and they are also in the context of, they worked on the developmental psychology. So it's very important to understand, because before going to study the other psychological aspect, cognitive psychology, social psychology, or any research method, so better you understand these people's contribution. These are the very, very important. That's what I'm making this video. And please go through, search something, Google work, and make your own notes about this contribution as far as you are comfortable. How you can make some of the short notes on these people, that will be wonderful for your examination preparation. I'm so happy that we are going to end like one video most probably, and we are going to start social psychology. So again, I once again remind you that if this video you find that it's very useful, please share. Don't forget to share with your friends, and also subscribe. And also please watch my playlist if you don't able to get connected with present video. So because our videos are made in such a manner that every previous video are interrelated with upcoming videos. So please stay tuned with my my playlist also. And we have also the link has been given in description box. And also we running one WhatsApp channel which is very economical one, and we charging only 3,000 rupees for 6-month coaching, which including discussion of question paper, previous year paper 2018, 19 and 2021. Every week we will discuss a 10 question each. Okay, and also we giving the explanation for this, very authentic explanations. You won't get more proper explanation. Many of the YouTube channel prepare questions and give the key answer, but not explanation. Why is it so? So if I give the explanation for that with very authentic sources, it will help you to prepare your exam. So don't think twice, and anyone want to join, there is a WhatsApp link number, and you can join by paying the amount whatever prescribed by doing the Paytm. And any doubts related to that, the number has been given to the description box. You can call to me and I will give you the details, whatever required details. And thank you for watching my videos, and please subscribe and share with your friends. Thank you so much.